Buenos dias, good people. It's great to see everybody today. And today we are recognizing National Disability Employment Awareness Month. About 3 months ago, a number of my colleagues and I had the opportunity to take a tour of Sunflower Bakery, which is a wonderful organization embedded here in Montgomery County that for now generations has been providing gainful employment training opportunities that lead to specific jobs here in Montgomery County. It's an organization that is so representative of others doing similar work, but more importantly, thinking creatively about how to take advantage of an opportunity before us that the rest of the country, I know, needs to follow. Joining us today for this important proclamation is Karen Morgret, the co-chair of the Commission on People with Disabilities, Dr. Mike Greenberg, the new chair of the Intellectual Developmental and Disability Commission, who's joining us virtually, Ms. Kim Mayo, who is the Aging and Disabilities Director, as well as Aman Khan, who is the IDD Commission Staff Liaison. Joining us also is Tanya Horton from the Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind, Senior Director of Administrative Operations, Daphne Pelosi, We Achieve, Executive Director, and Joseph, a special guest who is here today, along with Cecilia Foster, his coordinator. We also have Cynthia Grissom from WorkSource Montgomery and Jody Tick from Sunflower Bakery. This is an important issue for so many different reasons, but one of them is that we have so many jobs that need to be filled here in our community. And we have thousands of people who are actively seeking gainful employment. But this issue is also about equity. We know that we still have a long way to go to ensure that our people with disabilities have gainful employment. And it's important because in terms of equity, disabled workers earn 60 cents for every dollar earned by those without a disability. And we know that it's not just in the service industry where we have tremendous needs and the opportunity before us, but you name the sector, whether it's information technology or so much more, we have to do a better job of connecting our community to these gainful employment opportunities, because it's not just about earning a paycheck, which is critical, but it's also about building confidence and about acknowledging that we all succeed when we all succeed. So with that, I am going to turn it over first to Dr. Mike Greenberg, who is an emergency room doctor. We just received a briefing yesterday on long emergency room times, and so we need to get him on board right away so he can speak and get back to work. But Dr. Greenberg, please, if you will, say a few words. We're honored to have you here today, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Greenberg. First and foremost, I'm a parent of a young man, 31 years old, who's autistic and for most of his adult life has been unemployed. I'm honored to be here today to speak on behalf of the newly created Montgomery County Commission for Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. I want to first recognize the wonderful work done by our colleagues on the Commission for People with Disabilities, and in particular, thank you to Gabe and the entire council for making and keeping disability employment such a high priority in the county. Employment for those with disabilities really is a challenge. And for those with intellectual disabilities and autism, like my son Matthew, the challenge is profound. Nationally, the unemployment rate is 3.8%. For those like my son, it's over 50%. To those with disabilities who are fortunate enough to have a job and are working, I say congratulations, mucho felicidades, mazel tov. Well done. You're a role model and an inspiration for all of us. To the many great businesses in Montgomery County that are creating employment opportunities, thank you for opening the door, for setting a path forward so that individuals like my son and every other individual with a developmental disability or any disability can be gainfully employed. And to Gabe and the entire council, thank you. Thank you. thank you for creating this wonderful new commission in Montgomery County, the Commission for Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Greenberg. Next, we will hear from Karen Morgret.
Good morning. I'm Karen Morgan with the Commission on People with Disabilities. Thank you so much for this honor today. We're grateful for it. Work of the Commission that has created more opportunities for employment in Montgomery County includes a hiring preference in 2009. It also includes advocacy for hiring, training, and employing individuals with disabilities. Our next Commission meeting will be held in October, and the manager of DOORS, Beth Lash, will be attending this meeting, and she will actually be sharing information on a new funding opportunity they received from the federal government for $9 million over the next 5 years to promote training and so forth for individuals with disabilities throughout the state of Maryland. And that's just a wonderful opportunity. Thank you to the Commission. Thank you to the County Council, Gabe Alvarez, and all the other county council members for making employment important in Montgomery County. And this is especially important this year as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the passing of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Thank you so much. We're honored. Thank you, employers in Montgomery County. Without you, we couldn't have employment for individuals with disabilities.
Great job, both of you. Thank you so much. And joining us also today, as I said before, is a special guest. And I'm going to read his background because he's a shining example of what's possible here in Montgomery County when we work together. Joseph has been working at Burger King for 27 years, 2 days per week. He enjoys going to work, being a team member, interacting with coworkers and customers, and earning a paycheck. Joseph uses public transportation to get to and from work, and he receives employment services follow-along supports twice a month to help him maintain his employment. Let's give it up for Joseph and his dedication and leadership. I will now read the proclamation. Whereas October 2023 marks the 78th anniversary of the National Disability Employment Awareness Month, which was established to advance access and equity for residents with disabilities, recognize their diverse talents and valuable skills that contribute to our local workforce and play a key role in the economic development of our community. And whereas our thriving network of local community-based organizations are committed to creating rich and rewarding employment opportunities for our residents with disabilities, while also assisting our local employers by tapping into the unique workforce potential that exists within our communities. And whereas we celebrate the many workplaces that welcome the talents of all people, including our residents with disabilities, and who understand the immense value that comes from building an inclusive community. And whereas the National Disability Employment Awareness Month is an opportunity to remind our residents to honor the important contributions of people with disabilities, as well as those who support, encourage, and employ them, which leads to a stronger economy and a more welcoming community where all can thrive. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby honors our workers with disabilities and the organizations who support and employ them by declaring October 2023 as National Disability Employment Awareness Month, presented on this third day of October in the year 2023 by myself and our council president. Let's give them a round of applause.